Greetings and welcome back, Dapplings, to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. It has been an enormously long time since I last played. We are going to be continuing with my last game, that is with the story of Isdar the Survivor, the pretty cannibal survivor. But there are a few things I want to cover before we jump straight back into the game, and I kind of want to grab your reaction. I'm not going to see it, but I want you to be here when we load it up, because there's one thing specifically that I want you to react to. Now, we're going to be playing on the latest version. That is one of the nightly builds. It's not a stable build, so there may be some weirdness. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that there isn't. However, I have also chosen to use some mods in this, just to kind of reintroduce some more of the survival elements, keep things a little bit more fresh and fun, both for me and for you watching. So I'm going to list through the mods that we've got in addition to running the latest build of the game. We have Extras mod, which is a bunch of kind of miscellaneous mods. In fact, I can kind of demonstrate this by half creating a new world. This way I can go through the mods themselves. So I've got the Extras mod, adds heavy duty quarter panels, martial arts manuals to libraries, more power armor, accessories, chain lightning rifle, and vehicle turret. The martial arts manuals and the quarter panels and things like that is stuff that I'm really looking forward to. More power armor accessories? Yeah, cool. You know, I've never really played with power armor. Isdar, frankly, didn't need it, and that's kind of part of the problem. Vehicle additions pack adds more possible DACA to your vehicles, tanks and other vehicles, adds a few armoured fighting vehicles and other such things, requires the vehicle additions pack. In fact, what I'll do is I'll activate them as I'm going through so you can see which ones I've got. Folding parts pack makes solar panels and several other parts foldable, so you could make a little foldable folding bicycle or something with a solar panel on if you wanted to. Boats, we've got that. That's the only mod that I had previously. We've also got more survival tools for those who prefer being in a woods. Add several tools, various recipes, additions, tweaks, plus 2 new classes. Obviously the classes aren't going to affect us because we've already made a character. We've also got the medieval and historic content mod, which adds an assortment of fun things for the wannabe knight, legionary, and more. The next thing we've got is over here in balances. Now, there were 2 things that I was, well, actually 3 things I was really looking at. I was considering slow zombies in combination with tough zombies. Tough zombies literally doubles the health of zombies, and that I think is necessary because where we were at previously, Isdar was actively going out and looking for shocker brutes, some of the most dangerous zombies you can encounter, and when I only found one at a time, I was a little bit disappointed. There should never be a time when you're out hunting for shocker brutes, much less being disappointed that only one of them spawned when you found one. That was dumb, and it really stripped away the survival element of this game, which is effectively a survival roguelike. So tough zombies I am using, so we'll add that one. It just doubles HP, so I'm hoping this is going to make the fights a little bit more dangerous for Isdar. I had considered slow zombies, which would halve their speed, just because of the whole, well, you're basically decaying. I think, you know, your movements should be sluggish, but I've decided against that because I feel it would kind of counteract what I'm trying to do with tough zombies a little bit, because effectively then it would just switch from Isdar the mighty melee warrior to Isdar the awesome archer warrior. Stats through skills. Now, I was really considering this one. Allows stats to rise naturally via skill progression. Now, by taking this after I've got an already made character, I would have been gimping myself a little bit, because the idea with this mod is you don't spend any points in character creation on stats, because all stats start at 8 regardless what you do. I've already spent points on Isdar's stats. So that was, you know, that was fine, honestly. It just makes it harder, which is what I was aiming for. But the problem is from reading about the mod, towards the mid-late game, this can result in enormous, really, really high stats. And because Isdar is already in the mid to late game, we would skip through the idea of him starting out really weak and then just slowly getting more buff and more intelligent as he's having to rely on his physical, you know, strength to get things done, like building cars and things like that. I mean, realistically, Isdar should be much more strong at this point in my playthrough than he was at the start, because he's been doing so much that would require his body to toughen up and harden up, and, you know, that would train his muscles. But, and this is the kicker, is at this point, the first time I would rest, I'd have like 20 plus strength. that would work against the tough zombies as well. So I've not used that, but I did want to talk about it because I think it's a really, really good mod. And if I were to make a new character, I'd probably have that mod turned on. But for those who were interested in what mods we have, we've got tough zombies, medieval and historic content, more survival tools, boats, folding parts pack, tanks and other vehicles, vehicle additions pack, and extras mod. Now we'll abort that load there. There is one other mod. Now this other mod you can't just turn on. It doesn't just come with the game. You have to actually install it. And I will leave a link in the video description. But I'm not going to tell you what the mod is until we get there. So let's load up Isdar. I was worried about this. Okay, missing items. That's probably going to be fine. It's probably a case of, well, you've got new mods that change things around in the new game version. There's some stuff that no longer really exists. So there's all these things. Wow, there are a lot of them. Okay. There's a bunch of item IDs which are no longer right. I'm hoping that the game is just going to be able to intelligently work through that. There we go. This is the mod that I wanted to capture your reaction on. We've got a sound effects mod. Now, there is music in this mod. I've turned that off because I'm not sure what the music tracks would be in terms of like whether it's Creative Commons or copyrighted material. So I've turned that off. But with the sound effects, I'm fairly certain we should be fine. These are ambient sound effects, but they're actually fairly good, fairly robust. For example, you can kind of hear me walking around, but it's raining. It's nighttime, so we can hear cicadas and other sort of nighttime sounds. But sliding doors. Now we're inside. We can hear wind, because it's windy outside. We can actually hear it whistling through the building. I'm not sure if that is right or not. But we can hear the pitter-patter of rain on glass windows and stuff. You can hear the sounds of moving around. There are combat sounds. There are loads of different sounds. This is a really fantastic mod. It adds so much to the game in terms of ambiance. Me climbing over a plant there. As you can see, the new build of the game also adds a bunch of stuff in terms of like lighting effects and things like that. Because the light from the electric derp isn't passing all the way down here, we've got no color vision in dark areas, which is more or less how it is. Even if you've got very good eyesight in the dark, you still tend to find it's very hard to make out colors. You can maybe make out shapes with unerring accuracy, but you'll find it very hard to tell the difference between like a blue and a red jacket, for example. You might know that they're different colors just because they're different shades of grey, but you wouldn't know what colors they were. But there we are. That is the big mod, having that. Also, a few other things have changed. Some displays will be a little bit different, but for those who are new to this, Isdar, the male cyber junkie, that is the start that we went for. Traits: addictive personality, animal empathy, cannibal, lactose intolerant, lightweight, pretty, and psychopath. So Isdar doesn't feel guilty about killing people and eating them, but he really likes animals. He doesn't like seeing bad things happen to loyal hounds. Doesn't really matter about his loyal friends, though. It's like, you're just basically walking food to me. But this dog, I love this dog. I don't want anything to happen to this dog. That owl, I would literally dig your eyes out of your head if you even looked at that owl wrong. And then I'd eat you. Said to a human person standing next to him, possibly. Can't eat anything, any dairy products. Really shouldn't be drinking because he's a massive lightweight. And he's also got a very addictive personality, so he might become an alcoholic, which would be a terrible combination. We've got some differences with items. You now kind of have health stats for items as well, which is pretty cool. So, for example, I can see the folded poncho needs a little bit of work. Lots of different things. Enormous changes. Oh, there we go. Abzat. That was likely just an artifact because I went into crafting and it was like, oh, there was this thing that you could make once. But I don't seem to have any idea what that thing is anymore, so it's gone. Lighting, we can now see how light it is, so that will affect how well we can craft. There are lots of things that we can make now, so many more things. Oh, that's another thing. We'll probably see stuff like that show up a lot initially. I'm going to assume that once I save the game, it'll remember all of this stuff that I've gone over and I can no longer make because it doesn't understand what it is. But loads of different ammo, stupendous amounts of food. I may actually need to read a lot of the old books that I've read, because they may now actually have different recipes in them. Different chemicals we can make. Different electrical things we can make. Lots of different armor. An awful lot of different armor. My goodness, look at the size of this list. Egad. And actually a fair chunk of other things as well. There is a lot of stuff that Isdar is going to be working on. So the next couple of episodes, I'm just going to put it out there, it's probably going to be me relearning what Isdar can realistically do. But that's enough going over the mods for now. We've got the electric derp. Let's examine the vehicle. Also, there's a new kind of look to the vehicle screen. So we can have a look through here. We've got the menu options down the bottom, for example. All of the statistics along the side instead of at the bottom. Currently, the mass of the electric derp is 1,854 kilograms. Really, really heavy. The safe top speed of the electric derp is 240 kilometers an hour. That's actually really fast. I would never try to have it move that quickly. Isdar would kill himself. Aerodynamics, 68%. Friction, 89%. And mass is 96%. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't remember seeing that before. Right, we need to decide what we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode, which is actually going to involve doing things. The map looks a little bit better now. We've got a hardware store, a gas station, clothing store. We've got Isdar's base of operations still down there, the church. Got a couple of places where we can go check things out. Firefighting gear and bodies. Now the bodies I've left there, for those of you who are new to the series, and even those who followed the old series, it's been that long you may have forgotten, but I specifically left a lot of the firefighting zombies there not pulped, so that they keep coming back. So Isdar can go down there every now and then. Eventually I want to kind of carry the bodies of loads of zombies to a pen, like make a gladiatorial arena or a training area. I can't chain them up, or at least I don't think I can. I hope I can. If I can, I'll be chaining some zombies up to stakes, and they'll be his like moving target practice for archery. Outside of that, it'll just be a gladiatorial pit where he goes in with his survivor machete, you know, just keeps the skills keen. Now, we've got a couple of things. The jewelry store, I don't think we're going to be dropping by there, but there is a garage I wouldn't mind checking out. There's also a doctor's office. We also have a gas station, a hardware store, a school. We've been to the pharmacy. Let's check on Isdar's gear. We've got an MP3 player, got his teapot and his towel. Never leaves those behind. He's not a fool. Bunch of cool things here. You know what? This probably even hasn't been that long. We're going to nom on some vitamins. There we are. I've reset my internal, my mind counter. I should hopefully remember to feed Isdar some vitamins later on. Keep up his health. Got our pocket watch. Got a couple of books, probably dropping those off shortly. Currently we're wielding our survivor machete. Most of our gear is actually pretty funky. Most of it has been updated in some way. The survivor machete is fantastically good piece of equipment though. We've got a plastic canteen, but I don't believe there's anything in it. Let's see. Container can be resealed. It's watertight. Can store 1.5 liters. A large military-style water canteen. 1.5 liter capacity. Doesn't seem to have anything in it, or no easy way for me to see. Oh, that's a shame. I probably need to fill that up with tea. I'm not seeing a bow though. That's a little bit of a concern. Is there a bow in the electric derp? Guns, elephant gun, Remington, ammo. No, no bows. A broadsword, a Zweihander, a acetylene torch, candles, fire axe, hammer, screwdriver. I mean, I got loads of my tools with me. Got a bunch of clothing as well. Linux t-shirt. I need to repair that and wear it, damn it. Got some food in there as well. Wow, we got loads of food. When we drop this off back at Isdar's base, it's going to be good times. He's going to be able to cook up a storm. Loads of books too. Now the books are, well actually they're spread out all over the place. Got some bionics as well. Muscle augmentation. I like. Tainted fat, we can use that for a couple of things. Vehicle parts. Guy Fawkes mask. Actually would be quite fitting, given that it is, well it would have been fitting yesterday. But it's quite close to Skyfall tonight, but let's see. Can I check the volume? Volume of 26 of 68. Okay, there's plenty of room in there. Let's drop off these books. Don't need to be taking them with us. There we go. Right, well, I don't remember if I looted this place when I ended the last episode, so let's just have a quick look around. It looks like I probably have. Plastic bag. I don't need a plastic bag. Have I got a flashlight? I don't. Do I have a... I've got a wearable flashlight. Let's turn that on. Looks like I may have actually gone through here. Plastic bag. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I've looted this entire place. Let's check out the books one last time because... beauty magazine. Recipes. A straw fedora. It's a full-size glossy woman's magazine. There are a few simple patterns and basic sewing tips somewhere in between the fashion photos and the makeup advertisements. Yeah, okay, I'll pick it up then. I mean, Isdar is pretty after all. Very pretty. Right, let's turn off our wearable flashlight then. And drop this into our electric off-road buggy, really. I am a little bit concerned that we don't have a bow. Now that I've made the zombies twice as hard to kill as before, I think I may actually go back to trying to get that bow. Alright, let's... well, we can easily go up to 32 kilometers. Plenty of solar panels around here. I think we'll call into the doctor's office first. Can't believe I ate my binoculars all those many moons ago. A cautionary tale against just having your random bionic components turned on. On that note, is my internal furnace off? Good. Stupid internal furnace. Those are my favourite binoculars. For those who don't remember, whilst trying to pick things up and just gobble down 2x4s to recharge Isdar's internal power cells, I ate our binoculars. So now we don't get the advantage of having the binoculars and having a much wider kind of overworld sight range. Stupid internal furnace. Never leave your internal furnace on. It was a noob mistake, damn it. Noob mistake. Right, we've got a bloated zombie and a shocker zombie. Ooh, that I like. Okay, we're going to turn off safe mode. Slow down the electric derp. How close are they? We've also got a skeleton. Oh, wow. Just kind of want to just sneak through here. There we go. I think that's good enough. Let's pull the handbrake. Wait a second. And then get out of the car. Stop driving. Okay, where are you, shocker zombie? I'm pretty happy because I'm used to... Oh my lord, I just realized. I'm used to Isdar basically being a fleshy tank that nothing could kill and going around specifically to try and attract as much attention as I could so that I could murder shocker brutes. So I've got the electric derp's radio on. I'm an idiot. Please turn off the stereo. Also, well, actually no, I kind of like the overhead lights. We'll leave those on, since that's only going to attract things that can see me anyway. But the radio can attract things from very far away. Okay, stop driving. Alright, hello. Get away from the car. You're going to explode, which is a bit of a pain. But I would like to see all the zombies. We've got a skeleton, a corrosive zombie, a zombie child, and a huge boom. A huge boomer? Okay. They're hostile, but they haven't seen us. They don't have an exclamation mark next to their name. The bloated zombie, there. The shocker zombie, this bloated zombie, and that child zombie can see Isdar, which isn't great. Let's move down, because that bloated zombie is going to explode in a moment. Come on. There we go. It exploded. And for a moment, we couldn't see anything. Okay, from the north, you hear a crash. We've got a shock... Oh my lord. Are you attacking my car? My buggy, you scallywag. Also, as is a shocker zombie, I should have turned this on a little while ago. The dielectric capacitance system, 1 power unit every 2 turns, basically makes us immune to electrical attacks. I laugh at your electricity. I walk through it. It doesn't hurt me. Come hither, that I might slash you with my survivor machete. Okay, you quickly strike the shocker zombie for 22 points of damage. Shocker zombie bites your right leg, but fails to penetrate the armor, because I have made it all really, really good with Isdar's expert sewing skills. Whoever said seamstresses weren't badass just lied. Just absolute lies. Wow, we're going to need to keep that on. Is there anything big coming? No, it's just still a huge boomer is probably the... Ouch! Worst thing. Shocker bites our head. You dodge the shocker zombie. Okay, well, that kind of hurt. Pain 3. Not good. Let's have a look at you. Severely injured. And it's dead. I would really love it if you wouldn't walk over the electric derp, because you tend to explode when you get near to someone. Come on. You're gonna... Yeah, there we are. It's just kind of gas, but you still don't really want to be around it. Let's see, what we got over here? Wow, it's a 3-litre glass jar. Nothing I particularly want to worry about. Now, who can see me and who... No one's hostile yet. I really want to butcher this shocker zombie because it may have some awesome stuff in it. I could also cut up the tights, the hoodie, and the dress. No, just the shocker zombie. Right, I discovered a power storage CBM, a burnt-out bionic. I get some bones and various other things. Okay, I want... tainted meat I don't care about, but I'll take these. Power storage CBMs are always useful. Giving Isdar the ability to store more power. Never a bad thing. Another shocker, a blazer tight t-shirt and skirt. There we go. We've got another power storage CBM. Nothing particularly good there. But, you know, all of these things help. Let's go ahead and drop this off. We don't want to be carrying these around. Also these. Did they drop? No, they went into the trunk. Okay, they didn't drop on the floor. Okay, well, I've probably annoyed that zombie child over there. Can I get in here? Yes, I can. Okay, let's just wait for you to come through the window, shall we? That's right. Come on down. That's right. Isdar is not going to feel in the least bit guilty about killing a child zombie. Frustrating that the child zombie is clever enough to clear the glass out of the window before trying to climb through, though. Still too dumb to realize that climbing through a window at someone who's waiting to cut you up is a bad move, though. I can be thankful for such small mercies. I'm going to just... I'll butcher the zombie because survival skill is good. Okay, we've got some benches. Okay, let's activate your wearable flashlight. See a little bit. Close that door. Alright, what have we got in here? Scissors, probably. Just the scissors. Okay, we've got a butcher knife, scissors, plastic bottle of disinfectant. That'll be useful. Don't need the scissors. Cotton balls. Yeah, they can be useful. I think I can make some bandages or something out of that. What have we got over here? Iodine tablets. Yeah, sure. And back here? Nothing. Anything in these? Ooh. Patient treatment records. This book contains one crafting recipe purifier. I think I've already got patient treatment records back at the base, so I'm going to leave that there. Though that said, how heavy is it? It's almost a kilogram. It's the better part of a kilogram. And it's 6 volume. Okay, I'll bring it along. I mean, I can just dump it into the electric derp after all. Anything down here? Irradiated apple. I shall take. Anything in the toilet? Other than a broom? Actually, that was more like a cleaning closet. Okay, well, we've got 2 doors. And we've got a medical supply access. Bypass security? Well, I forget. Does Isdar have any computing skill? 3. Okay. Also, I need to turn off my dielectric capacitance system. Scallywags, I forgot. I may turn back on his internal furnace and eat some of the clothes out there to try and... It's awesome being able to eat any kind of inorganic matter to charge up your power cells. Isdar. Everyone's favorite cyborg cannibal. Right, okay, let's try and bypass it. Yes. Yay! I'd like you to unlock the doors. Yes. Yay! We win! Isdar, you're awesome. Okay, what have we got in here? Adderall, antibiotic. Ooh, the antibiotics are really good. Medical gauze. We can use to make bandages, arm splints, and leg splints. Yes. Anything else? Thorazine. What can it be used for? Antipsychotic medication. Oh, Isdar doesn't want to be antipsychotic. First aid. Saline eye drops. Cough syrup, may as well. What about you? Medical supply access. Oh, okay. That's just the door so you can get out from the inside. That door probably leads out back and is locked. So I'm not going to bother going through it. I don't need to. Okay, I can see something. A corrosive zombie and a child zombie. Okay, how close? Doesn't see me. Doesn't see me. They're so far away, they're not going to activate on us. What's down here? Really? That gas is just seeping through the walls still? Scoundrels. Well, that boomer will have seen me now. Let's go ahead and drop off the patient treatment records, plastic bag cotton balls, thorazine, cough syrup, medical gauze, iodine tablets, eye drops, disinfectant, non-drowsy cough syrup, antibiotics, Adderall as well, and the irradiated apple. Did any of that fall out of the trunk? No, it looks like everything fit into the trunk, which I'm very glad about. What's this down here? One newspaper. Towns occupied territory. FEMA officials said today, do not try to defend your property in towns. Invaders use advanced tracking, perhaps scent. Please retreat to your nearest evacuation center outside town and await extraction. That didn't work out so well for us. I think Sparkles still is there, though. We should go and do something about Sparkles. Either go and... Wow, there was a zombie in there? When did that happen? We either need to go and deal with Sparkles and, like, put her out of her loneliness by eating her, or actually complete the quest to find the medical records she wanted me to find. That's right. Come on down here. There we go. I'm not going to cut that zombie up, though, because it's on a bunch of wreckage, and I don't feel like fighting my way through that. Alright, well, that's it for this episode. We have returned to Cataclysm. Expect a fair bit of it in the future, because it's a really easy game to record, and I really enjoy it. But that's going to be it for me for now, so I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and will be joining me for the next. But until then, do take care.